power on you that only God can deliver you from. Now this is the Apostle Paul that is speaking. Now look at what he said. Even though Paul, he was an apostle. Apostle is one who was considered to be an eyewitness at that time of seeing Jesus. But Paul, we know that he was one that seen God out of due time. And God have called him to be a light to the Gentiles. And God have saved him, freed him, delivered him, and filled him with his Holy Ghost. But even though Paul is filled with the Holy Ghost and God delivered him, look at what he says about the struggle of sin. Now, when you look at verse 14, he said, so the trouble is not with the law, for it is spiritual and good. He tells us that the law is spiritual and good. The problem is that the ones who God have given the law, they couldn't keep it. Why do you think even the princes couldn't keep the law at that time? Why do you think that every year, when you look back at the Old Testament compared to the scriptures in Hebrews, it talked about even how the princes, they had to bring a type of sacrifice for their sin offering. And he said that the people had to bring a sacrifice continually every year, year after year. And at the time, they had the law and still had to continue to bring a sacrifice because they couldn't keep that which was spiritual and they couldn't keep that which was good. Now look at what Paul says. He said, the trouble is with me, for I am all too human, a slave to sin. I don't really understand myself. For what I want to do, what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. But if I know that what I am doing is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So I'm not the one doing wrong. It is sin living in me that does it. Now this shows you the power of sin. As I said, even though Paul is an apostle, he still shows you that even in our flesh, we still struggle with sin. Because we have to understand that when God saves us, we are still in these fleshly bodies, and these bodies are subject